a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When the members on and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down. Tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mine. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of brines. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
Damn, that's a bomb with a flick move. Heisman stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Throwing, Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Giants 7, Eagles 0. Rams in to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And the Eagles at 12-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Sanders off the option, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Hurts. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fielded just inside the 20. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Leonard Williams able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 29, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. It's hauled in by Shepard. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
7-7, our score after 1.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
And the tackle there by Micah McFadden.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now
It's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and it'll fall incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Gano's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. In motion right is Smith. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
19 tight.
On first down, Hurts. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Leonard Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And that's their first sack in this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
60 Eagles.
To try again after the sack. Hurts. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Hurts completing this one quickly. Touchdown, Eagles! Grant Calcaterra, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. That's complete to Slayton. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Jones. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Randall. 18, Randall. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught inside the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking, and the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake, Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded right around the 8. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Another run here with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. Uses the stiff arm. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
In motion, left Shepard. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Giants have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Eagles 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Eagles 17. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Malik McDowell able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essential.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Eagles 17. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Let's go.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
But 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw. That was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. They find some open, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Julian Love picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. An under